Hey guys, so I've been doing some different things on my channel, and the next thing I'm going to do, because I noticed that I have a boatload of Nintendo 64 games, is I'm going to start reviewing them. So I figured today I would find out which ones, I think anyway, are worthy of review, and as you can see I have a boatload of games here. So I did think Mario Tennis was worthy of review. Definitely that. This game is just as boring as the board game. This, I'm sure everybody and their brother has reviewed, so I'm gonna leave that one be. And honestly, I'm a big Zelda fan, but I'm not a fan of that. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, no, I got a better Star Wars one than that. Resident Evil 2, yeah, okay, do that one. I'm hoping to keep it to 10. Rainbow Six. Good old classic Cruisin' USA. Again, I think there are better games. It is a really good classic racing game, though. Turok Dinosaur Hunter. This was the Star Wars one that I'm going to review. Rogue Squadron is an amazing game. And I remember when I was in high school and I had pneumonia, that's all I did was play Rogue Squadron. I have other various racing games too, which I don't think I'm going to review. Mario Kart, I think we all know that's awesome, so no need to review that. I have a lot of shooters here, so I think what I'm gonna do for now, so I'm gonna put my shooters there. So right now I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six is a really cool game. You can customize missions and even the routes that your guys take. It's not that challenging, but it's challenging enough to remain fun. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, of course. So this is one of my favorite games, Star Fox 64. It has to be reviewed. It has to be done. It must be done. Moosey. My cat is now interrupting us. Hey Musa, what you doing? Being silly? Being a pest, as usual? Hello. Wave race, yeah, no thanks. I guess I should have thought this out a little bit better. But yeah, I just figured I'd let you guys in on the process and also show you some other cool stuff I got. I'm unsure if they even existed before. This is an extension cable for your controller, so it's really handy. I remember that was my biggest complaint, was the length of the controllers. They just weren't long enough for you to, recline in a recliner, or, lay down on the couch or whatever. Gauntlet was a good game, but I think that's going to be harder. Of course, we're going to review Zelda. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. I'm also going to put in one really bad game, and I have in mind that title. Hang Time, I don't think I'm going to bother. It was basically that game for NES. It's the same exact thing. NBA Live was cool, but I already have this Kobe Bryant one, so we're going to go ahead and just, make that the one basketball game. R.I.P. Kobe. Speaking of which, here is the first NBA courtside. Man, I didn't realize how many games I had. GoldenEye, of course, is a classic, but I'm not going to bother reviewing it. And I have so many first-person shooters, it's not worth it. Killer Instinct is basically an upgrade of, I believe, the SNES version. But this one was just very disappointing, but not disappointing enough to be that one game that I'm going to review because it's bad. What's this one? Perfect Dark, of course, a classic. I guess I'm now torn between leaving 007 and Perfect Dark there, or take away Resident Evil. I think, unfortunately, I'm going to take away Resident Evil because it was on different platforms as well. What else? Ooh, there you go. So this is an original Gameshark. You can see it ain't very pretty. You're gonna have to go in there, and in fact, I may even do a little cleaning video here on this guy, just to add some extra spice. So how many games do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'd like to have 3 more to make 10. So here, this is the game that is probably, in my opinion, the Plan 9 from outer space of Nintendo 64 games. I bought it specifically because people hated it, and we are going to play it. Perhaps we'll even play it first. Oh god. Mario Party, aka Controller Destroyer game. Not going to bother. And we're at the bottom of the barrel. So, mission, of course, Super Mario 64. Ogre Battle. That's a little complicated. Don't really want to review that. And King Griffith Jr. Baseball. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 2 more games. Let's see, just games that I like. Oh, that was cool. So while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and add this one. I am a fan of this game. Now, I have one slot open, but now that I have this open, I'm just going to go ahead and put that there, and I gotta pick one other one. Okay, well, I guess since we already have one remake here, which is Star Fox 64, I'm going to go ahead and also do Hang Time. So, this isn't the order that they're going to be reviewed in, but here we have Twine, World Is Not Enough, Perfect Dark, Star Fox 64, Mario Tennis, which was just like Star Fox 64 there. Mario Tennis was basically another incarnation from previous tennis games, and Star Fox 64, I believe, was originally released on the SNES. Courtside 2 is an amazing game. Rogue Squadron is really good. Zelda, of course, timeless classic. This is the worst game that I have, and again, I think I'm going to start with that. Shadows of the Empire, just so we have a little contrast of Star Wars there. And then Hang Time, which is another SNES clone that they added some stuff to. Okay, so I'm back with my trusty isopropyl alcohol and Q-tips. As far as isopropyl alcohol goes, I try to buy the highest percentage. You can see this is 91, basically because it evaporates faster and you get more bang for your buck. But as a result, you have to, be sure to cover this. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. So I'm going to leave it open for the time being, and I'm going to go ahead and just wet a couple of these Q-tips. So now I have my alcohol Q-tips, and I'm just going to go ahead and look at this thing. It's fun not being a lefty. I'm just going to take the reader, go over that. The Gameshark is really fun because it's not like your standard cartridge. Oh wow, I didn't realize that I would get some of that on that. Some of the cotton came out on the slots here. So let's just take a look and make sure that I don't have those particles in there. Yeah, okay. So it looks cleaner than it did, that's for sure, at least the inside of this. But the fun part with these is there's actually 2 parts. So the first part is the game itself, which would go here. Basically, this part of the game would just clip into here, like that. And then you have the bottom part, which goes into the console. So both have issues with dust. I mean, everything involved with this stuff has issues with dust. I've cleaned and aired out this front part here, and it looks a heck of a lot cleaner. If I can get it in focus there, a heck of a lot cleaner than it was. I'm pretty sure I could do a little bit more, but no biggie. I'm probably not going to use it. This is more just to show you guys where dust can go. You'd be surprised. So here, unlike the standard Nintendo 64 cartridge, which basically has this dust guard here, you can see. I shouldn't be touching that, for the record, the actual chip here. But this dust guard is here. But when you look at the Gameshark, SOL on that dust guard. And I remember this particular Gameshark that I have being pretty cantankerous, and I'm thinking that that's probably why, that there's just all this gunk in here. The other bad thing about it is it has this little display here too, which I need to clean. I say it's bad because it's most likely battery powered. You can see that square thing with a triangle underneath it. It'll be right here, and that's the display for this. What's really cool is, because I have the flash on, you can see the circuit board underneath it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and swab this out and see where I get. Okay, Moose Cat, what you doing? Moosey, how are you? Are you here to help me? So what I've done is I've cleaned this, and you can see that it looks a heck of a lot better already. I still need to get a little bit deeper on this side here, and then same thing here, I need to go in deeper. So this is the first Q-tip I used. Here, this is the outside that doesn't have a dust cover here. That's all the crap I picked up. It's basically just a couple swipes. And then this is from the circuit board itself. So that's all the junk that was living in here. And I'm sure that that prevented the contacts from doing their job. Then I went ahead and just dried it with another Q-tip, and you can see it also did a little bit of work, but it's a lot cleaner now. So that's how you would clean basically any of these. Again, the nice thing is the dust jacket is on this, so really the only thing that you would need to clean are these contacts here. They used to make a cleaning kit for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and it was marketed as like a unique cleaning item, and all they had was basically a bottle of isopropyl alcohol that wasn't labeled isopropyl alcohol, and Q-tips. I believe they were just cut in half and they were pink or something to make it different. That's how you clean this stuff. I'm probably going to wind up cleaning my console at some point as well, and I'm going to go ahead and review this stuff, and we are going to start with the infamous Armorines, the Plan 9 from outer space of video games.